This model review is of the Sopwith F1 Camel, and this is by Hobbycraft. It's a 1/32 scale, so it's a larger model. And this is the famous World War I plane. Some nice box art. I don't see any pictures of the finished product. Let's have a look inside. This is a model I bought online, so it comes packaged in this plastic bag. Looks like there are a few loose pieces, not too many. Larger wings, very nicely detailed, and you could always cut off the ailerons and place them in a different position if you wanted to. Here's the lower wing, also fairly nicely detailed, and the holes look like they are pre-cut for the rigging. The fuselage has some details on the inside as well, although not a lot. Here's the other side. Here's the tail, the elevator, and looks like this is part of the engine. Engine does need to be bolted in several pieces. This is one of the radial engines, and looks like it has some additional details that you can put on here, which would add to some realism. And the engine cowling on the front. Here's the propeller, which just about fell off. Some nice details that will need to be sanded down a little bit because there's some flashing, for example there, as well as an ejector pin hole that will need to be filled, actually on both sides. Here are the wheels. The wheels nicely detailed. And here's the actual tail. This appears to be the cockpit panel, instrument panel. I don't really see anything on there, so perhaps there's some decals. This is for the propeller to make sure it can turn. Here are the instructions. Looks like you get to build the cockpit, put it together with the fuselage. You may want to add some additional lead wires for the lines and tubes. There weren't too many in World War I planes. Here's the engine, machine gun, assembly of the engine to the fuselage with propeller. They'll probably all need to be painted initially. Place some machine guns and wings on there. All the struts. Put on the landing gear. And then detailing of the rigging there, where the rigging should go. Also shows the angle of the wings. There's always a top wing always bowed forward. And then painting and marking. So, looks like there are two different options. All in all, this looks like a nice model. Fair amount of detail. But there definitely are some options to make this larger. Here are the decals. These are very nice decals. They have not yellowed at all, even though this is an older model. It tells you the two different camels, where they come from and who flew them.